between Montawari and East Belmont. Pretty furious opening to the game, Cookie.
Ronnie Brain, Dave Franey went through there and laid a pretty fierce tackle off the ball on Big Mick Bird, and Bird has received the free kick for Montawari. He punt kicks it long up to half forward. Bertelsmeyer's up high, but he can't hold the mark. At the back of the pack, there's a tumble punt. This might bounce through. It's hit the post. Bounce past Michael Wood. The player having the flying shot there might have been McLean, Kelvin McLean on the ground. Starting on the ground, Roddy. 1 point only to Montawari.
And good afternoon, Noel Fanning, down there on the boundary line, keeping us up to date with statistics today. Noel, your selection?
I'm going to go for Montawari, Ron.
Cookie.
Montawari by about 50 points. Ron, I'll put the neck out here.
Unanimous decision, Montawari to win as Glenn McLean drives the ball forward. Lovely football, Montawari, and finds the fast leading Kelvin McLean. A late inclusion at the expense of Ray McLean, who... I should say Ray McPhee, who was a late omission from the Montawari side. Kel McLean coming in from about 45 metres, the drop punt. He got under it a little bit, it floats to the right of screen, and a nice mark taken there. Trevor Keegan goes short. Jamie Sutherland loose there for the East Belmont side. The ponytail back pocket player takes the ball for the East Belmont Lions.
Kicks it out over half-back. The kick is long. Too high for the players there. Running over the football, a chance for the Darryl Russell, the dynamic wingman from Montawari, who's having a big day. But over the line and out of bounds it goes for him. Bagging a big final series, I beg your pardon. Darryl Russell played very well last week in their loss. Montawari, who went down to Eastern Suburbs. The boundaries umpires put it back into play. A chance here for Dave Montgomery to get it out. He's tackled and loses the ball in the tackle. They dive in on top, but it's a ball-up decision midway between centre wing and half-forward flank. Montawari in attack early stages first quarter.
Talking of umpires, Cookie, Gary Kerr, Steve Hill doing the central job. Emergency Steve Allenson. As we see, there's plenty of action here at half-forward. Montawari now through Russell. Oh, cop one a bit high. Jamie Legal was the offender on that occasion. Gives the ball back to Darryl Russell, the dashing wingman. Dowser comes in on that loping left foot. Long kick, pack of players fly. And it's a great day today, Cookie, with this great game of ours, Australian rules footy.
Certainly is, Brainy. The sunshine beaming down here. Niblett tried to get it out of the pack, couldn't do so. Little kick out of the pack from Box. Hovey travels out wide. Picked up in defence by Trevor Keegan, who punt kicks with the left foot. Goes wide to the far side of the ground. Looking out there for Andrew Buchner running onto the footy. Can't pick it up in time. Got the slipper in. It would have bounced over the line out of bounds. Boundary showing far side of the ground. Montawari 1 point, and East Belmont yet to score.
Good to see your namesake wearing the 28 Guernsey for the Montawari side. Dave Cook, the coach, participating here this afternoon.
Yes, I heard he fainted last week, and the player standing near him when he fainted got 2 weeks, Ron. So the tribunal doing their job there. We can't have good players taken out of the game early.
Good calls, Cookie. Ball now. It's a high ball too to the centre of the Western Oval. Oh, but there he goes, Mr. Cool. Dowser cop one too as he kicked the footy. No free kick there from umpire Steve Hill. As we see the ball from the Dowser's boot to the outer side centre wing position. And Dowser, of course, is the ever elusive dashing number 7 Guernsey for the Montawari side, Darryl Russell.
Boundary umpire about to start play. Far side of the ground. He throws it back in. Up they go. Oh, over the top. A good knockdown from Michael Meeson, the Moose's brother. The Yak got it forward, but it's taken away by the East Belmont club. A little hand pass comes out nicely to Dave Franey. He sells another one off, but his teammate into a bit of pressure there. Couldn't get away with it either. Was the player coming through in...
Chris Stern, it was.
Chris Stern,
Cookie, the 44 Guernsey, yep.
And off his hands it goes for another boundary throw-in on the far side of the ground. We played just 3.5 minutes first quarter of the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
Yes, and see the ball back into play. Cook at the back. Wilkins comes through strongly for the Lions. Picked up by Philip Walsh. All being held there against East Belmont's Jamie Joseph. And Darryl Russell starting off again very well as he did last week, Cookie.
It's a super player, Darryl Russell. Comes in, long left foot kick. He's kicked it long towards Bertelsmeyer. Up he goes, can't mark. Bottom of the pack, a chance for Hovey. It's taken away from him. They're out of defence only shortly, though, because the knockdown has landed in the arms there of Hamish Gould. Got into trouble. Got it across to his teammate who got into trouble too, Glenn McLean. Umpire's paid a free kick. Going to go the way of East Belmont, Ronnie. And wait out there, waiting to see who's going to pick this one up. It might be Dave Franey.
It is that. The number 8 Guernsey Franey goes short to a lead of Bookter, who overruns the footy. Sees that Sean Phillips picks it up sweetly. Back to the Cooter. Shane Coots kicks to the centre half forward position looking for the Yak. He can't take the ball. At ground level though, we come swooping on the football for the East Belmont side was Joseph. Kicks there to half forward. Looks for Edwards. Cool in the crisis. Craig Edwards picks it up and kicks wide, but a little bit too wide for the ever-elusive half-forward goal sneak in Heath Welsh for the East Belmont side. And I think your fighter's put it over the line on the full.
Yes, just cleared by about a metre there, Ron. Free kick. Mottawarri kicked the ball back towards Russell, who mark unattended, short of centre wing. Oh, might be 50 metres here. Player coming in. Keegan. Unnecessary stuff didn't hurt him, but could have done without it. Darryl Russell now wants to play him with it immediately. He's got up and under this one. It's a mongrel punt up towards half. Oh, beautiful mark taken here. Poor Mottawarri by the Yak. Michael Mason up high above the pack. Brought in a beauty. Spears the pass in towards centre half forward. Looking for a teammate. No one marks. Chris Niblett at the bottom of the pack does well. Got it out wide to Dave Ferguson. And the Gazoo kicks it straight up in the air. McLean's under it. Couldn't judge it too well. Franey overruns the footy. Now goes back and gets it. Pushes along in front of him. Well played, Dave Franey. And his left foot punt kick is not particularly good, Ronnie. Covered no distance at all.
Philip Walsh recovered well. As we see now, he feeds off the hand pass to the dashing. I think you're right, that was Dwayne Welsh. Kicks up there to the forward pocket. Looks there for Bertelsmeyer. Under pressure. East Belmont cool in the crisis as we see that Jason Smith gives it to Chris Niblett in the short sleeve jumper this afternoon. And that's understandable in about 23-degree temperature, Cookie.
Pretty warm up here. Here's a chance for McLean. This is Glenn McLean's got the footy. Goes down towards half forward. The kick's a beauty. And he's found his teammate out there in Kelvin McLean, who takes the mark at half forward flank. 2 kicks away from goal. Spears a pass into the true centre half forward position. Michael Wood out on the lead. The pass is a beauty and Wood takes the mark. Wants to play on quickly for some reason. Gets it across to Harvey. Put him under all sorts of pressure. Harvey good enough to get the hand pass. To the Moosa. He's gone bang on the left foot. Then a flying shot to low kick. What of the goal umpire? I think it's a mark in the last line of defence. Good effort from the Moose. And going back and taking a good mark in defence, really, is Dave Ferguson.
Yeah, the Gazoo with the footy. Kicks it long, straight down the corridor. Oh, but he's kicked it straight down the throat of the big ruckman for the Mottawarri side in Mick Big Bird.
Early stages, Ron, but Mottawarri's showing a bit of aerial supremacy at the moment as Bird comes in and unloads a long one to the goal square. There's almost a mark down here to Mason, not paid. Umpire come in and ball it up. He had a couple of bites at it, just lost it on the way down the third time. He's just told the umpire, can't you see? I thought I caught that one.
Well, umpire Gary Kerr, veteran of many games, you've got to hold him in conditions like this, Cookie, as we see Jamie Legall come through strongly for the East Belmont side, having to give up a point, thumps it through for a rush score. Mottawarri 2 points. East Belmont yet to score. 8 minutes gone of the first term of the Division 2 GDFL preliminary final here at the Western Oval for the 93 season.
Kick in looked like Ferguson kicking it in. He's found his target out here. Justin Heathering goes up and takes a nice mark. Plays it immediately. The hand pass is a good one. Sets his teammate free, who punt kicks towards half forward. Out comes Edwards, takes the mark, perhaps centre of the ground. Kicks now towards half forward. Oh, spilled off the player's legs as he come out. Could have grabbed it. Didn't. He's got support through Niblett. Now Niblett with a bit of pace bursts away. Fires with the right foot deep into the forward pocket. No one able to take a mark. At the bottom of the pack, Mottawarri work hard. It's flipped out the back. Here's a chance for the big bird to run over it. Oh, that's a throw I've ever seen one. And the umpire's pinned it there too. And the free kick against Andrew Bookton. Not paid, Ronnie. Play on the call.
Not paid. The bouncing ball there from Ernie Posman, who was dumped as he kicked. I thought it was quite a fair tackle from here. But the umpire said no, and I think you'll find Ernie Posman will get another shot at goal.
I'd query the throw there, Ron. It looked like a bit of a shovel out to me from Andrew Bookton.
No, standing on the boundary. Your thoughts on that one?
Oh, look, Billy Cedar down here even said it was a two-handed throw. The umpires must be blind. I totally agree with David Cook.
Thanks very much, Noel. Nice to have you aboard. It's a free kick here to Ernie Posman coming in. Can he get the first goal of the day on the board? I think he might have just snuck this in. Not a particularly good-looking kick, but Ernie Dingo's got the first one for East Belmont, and their first score goes on the board. That is 1 goal. They are leading Mottawarri, who have got just 2 rush behinds on the G and DFL Bingo Centre scoreboard.
Yes, certainly. Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock showing 10.5 minutes travelled of the first term. Nice way for East Belmont to start off with the first 6 point here this afternoon.
Back to the centre. Bird doing battle. Keegan wins the knockdown on this occasion. Goes towards Ferguson. The Gazoo gets the hand pass away very quickly to Keegan, who spins as he kicks down towards centre half forward. Players up, can't mark. Hand pass comes out from Niblett. Out wide it goes. Here's the chance for East Belmont to swing into attack with a long kick to the goal square. Getting back and taking a good mark is Pat Jackson, and he wants to play on immediately, and he's got a teammate running well out of the fence.
The Moose, Paul Meeson, on the left foot, punts it up there looking for McLean. He couldn't take the footy as we see the loose ball picked up well there by Hetherington. Justin Hetherington, good shepherding to Franey. Franey's hand pass puts Edwards under pressure. Good enough to get it across to Bookton. Oh, he's in trouble. Back there to Edwards. The hand pass a bit too well weighted. Ball sits well for him now. Opportunity for Joseph, who shoots at goal, Jamie Joseph, from about 35, but he's offline and a minor score. On the board to the East Belmont Lions. They now over to 117 trading. I'm not a worry, 2 points on the GDFL bingo setter first quarter scoreboard.
Golden opportunity wasted there by East Belmont. Had plenty of the play. Should have scored a major on that occasion. The kick out lands with Cook out at half back. He hand passes over the top, and it's a good one too. Looked like number 40 there, Ronnie. We haven't got him listed. And he got the kick down the ground. We'll just pick him up in your list there.
Just trying to pick him up. It's Danny Mortar.
Danny Mortar obviously stayed on the interchange bench. We didn't know the players on the bench, but Daniel Mortar was one of them. He got that up towards half back, and a free kick going to Montawari.
Yes, it's a nice kick too. Up there looking for the Yak Meeson. Couldn't find him, no, Mike Meeson. Now, opportunity for East Belmont. Thumped forward there by Sean Cullen. He new inclusion into the East Belmont side at half back. Now the Dowser gives it to Welsh. Philip Welsh, the lovely football too for the veteran. Finds Michael, that looks like the big fella, Michael Wood.
Yeah, Wood kicks deep into the forward pocket. Not the best kick of all time there from Michael Wood. I thought the centering one would have been the better option. Ronnie kicked it towards the fence and stumped away by the defenders, and a boundary throw in before Neil Smith can gather in the forward pocket.
Yeah, he tends to rush a little bit, Mike Wood, at the moment. Needs to settle, get his composure. As we see picking up the back of the pack, Hamish Gorth, a good inclusion too for the Montawari side, who missed the second semi. Likewise, Shane Coots, the Cooter wearing the number 8 Guernsey, back pocket here this afternoon, and welcome returns for the Montawari side.
Certainly, both very good players, Ron. Wait on the kick. Oh, it's a good kick too. Well out over half back. It's gone 65 metres if it's gone 1 inch. Umpire says no mark taken. You've got to catch them today, boys. Play on the call. A chance at the back of the pack here, but Jamie Joseph gets it on the foot quickly up to the centre of the ground. Coming out there, Coots to use the hand very well to knock it away from his opposition there in Ernie Posman. Posman goes back, pushes it forward. Hand pass over the top, and away come East Belmont here through the agency of Franey. Long kick from Franey into the forward pocket, running back with the flight of the ball. Heath Walsh can't gather it in. It's got too much carry on it for Heath Walsh, and racing him is Sean Phillips, and over the line out of bounds.
Well, not a lot of purpose there, Dave Franey, just giving his forwards a little bit of a hurry up, suggesting that there was no options, but Craig Edwards is saying, I was here loose. And Dave barrels a big torp loosely to the forward line, and poor football from Hyde. Back to the footy we go. Oh, here's a shot at goal. Chrissy Niblett sharks it for ground level. I think you'll find he's butted through.
Very handy goal, that one, Ronnie. That's 2 goals on the board now to East Belmont. Not a worry, haven't kicked one yet. Wind not a factor. The flag's just drooping straight down. Magnificent conditions here for a game of football, and already East Belmont might have jumped Montawari a bit here. 2 goals, 1-13 on the GDFL bingo scoreboard, leading Montawari, who have got just 3 behinds.
Comes back to the centre of the ground, and I tell you what, East Belmont doing very well here early stages, and I'm sure at quarter time when we go to Noel Fanning for centre breaks and free kicks, East Belmont at the present time well in control.
Chris Niblett having plenty to do around the ground and just bobbing that one through there. Very handy goal for Niblett, and they're playing very well. Dave Ferguson doing well on the centre of the ground also. Bounce down, up they go. Bird might have won it down towards Gorth. His kick is a short one. It's smothered towards McLean. He can't pick it up. Darryl Russell picks it up and spins quickly on the left foot. Nowhere to kick it. Down he goes towards the forward pocket. Chance for Smith. You've got to attack the footy, Smithy. And now he's got it.
Sutherland
picks it up. Goes back through the... Sutherland, I beg your pardon. Goes back through the pack. But his kick is a shocker. He kicked it straight back to Hamish Gorth.
Smithy, you'd love to have that much hair. Oh, it could be on 2 in the pocket, Michael Wood, and I think that's Jamie Legall exchanging a few pleasantries there. Back to the footy, as we see Gary Kerr suggest that Jason Smith didn't have the footy, and he'll get the free kick for the East Belmont Lions in between centre half back and half back out of sight of the Western Oval.
Chips it in short. Good kick by Smith too, because Barry Wilkins, the skipper, made a lovely position in short. He takes the mark at centre half back. Away he goes on that raking left foot. Long kick. Oh, player up from behind. Surely interfered there, Ronnie, with Sean Phillips. And I think the umpire's seen it that way. Now it's going to go the way of Danny Mortar, who was in front of that pack. Mortar's kick's a good one out wide, because he's found his teammate out there in Gorth. Looks like takes the kick, spears it across the Moose in the centre of the ground, and the big Moose lumbers away. Goes on the left foot. Shocking kick from the Moose. The Lux of Fortune. We might call it a real good pass, because Bernie Bertelsmeyer's let out and it fell into his arms.
Yeah, well, he got the ball going to the forward line quickly. Okay, the kick wasn't probably as good as you would have liked, but it's found the mark in Bertelsmeyer. The goal-kicking eagle from the Warrior camp comes in.
They need this one, Ronnie.
It floats, it's close. I think you'll find it's all clear.
They needed that goal, good goal to the Mudawari Warriors. They needed that. East Bel to jump them a little, just looked to be a little bit steadier in defence and a bit more attacking in the forward zone. But Lux to Fortune there, Mooson made position beautifully, went across the ground, quickly played on towards centre half forward, tumbled the punt somewhat. But Bertelsmeyer in front. If you're in front, Ron, you've got every chance for the umpire, every chance of getting first use of the foot. He took the mark, and at the 16.5-minute mark, the first quarter on the GDFL Bingo Setter scoreboard, posted the first goal of the day for the Mudawari Warriors.
Yeah, 139 Mudawari trail. East Bel on 2-1-13, and Bertelsmeyer kicking his 65th for the season. Gorth traps it there from the centre square, bounced down. Mick Wood, copy one there was Smith. Play on calls the umpire, because his head was still on his shoulders, as we see kicking off the carpet. There was Cullen, but it's well sharked by Welsh, who played on quickly to the dash of David Cook at half forward, and Cook now fires from 50, but the ball just drifts to the right of the big sticks. I should say left of the big sticks, and it's through for a minus score.
Exciting player, isn't he, David Cook? Got that necessary dash, has a bit of a go when he gets the footy. Line him up on that occasion, but just pushed it across the face of goal, and 1 point only on the board to Mudawari.
Yeah, probably could have steadied a little more. Probably not as much torque as the coach would have liked out there. As we see the ball now off Jason Smith's boot. It's bounced and untouched. Not a good kick from the fullback, Jason Smith. Maybe Gazoo should go back and bring the ball into play all the time.
McLean takes the resultant free kick, chips the ball across the woods half forward, and the Moose drifts into the space there, takes a nice mark. Not sure whether he wants to go short or long. Elects now to fire it down in the direction of Wood. Up he goes and can't mark. Bertelsmeyer at the top also couldn't mark. Picked up by Smith, hand pass backwards. Wasn't particularly good one. Put teammates under pressure. Pretty tough down there, Ronnie. Niblett gets a little kick up towards centre wing. Here comes Bird, meets the footy well, gives it across to Mooson, gets one in the backstages, play on the call. Kick out of the pack. Might be on here, certainly. There's plenty of temper out there, Brainy. I can tell you there's a couple of backhanders swinging out there.
Moose, don't the umpires out here like Moose today?
Well, Gary Kerr obviously turned a blind eye there to Paul Mooson as he was ridden into the ground.
I think he made it look good, Ron.
Okay, it is a finals game, Fano, and it's not netball out there, son, as we see now the ball at centre wing. Niblett sharked it well. Very desperate, East Belmont. Quick kick to half forward. Sue's in front, taking a very nice grab, Dwayne Walsh.
He's got the cooter on in the middle of the ground, but he elects to leave that for Walsh. Walsh takes the mark, hand passes over to Coots. Coots gives it back to Walsh. Lovely stuff, opens it up beautifully. Let's watch Walsh's kick this time. It's a beauty, and up goes, looks like Cookie out there, taking the mark just outside the 50-metre line. He'll kick from 52 metres. Great vision there by Philip Walsh. Also a lovely kick. Smith makes the lead into the space. The kick wasn't good from Cook. Smith can't mark. Hand pass for East Belmont might be termed as a throw, I think you'll find. It has been pinned, Ronnie. Yeah. I think he missed one before, but he's made up for that one.
Yeah, well, that was umpire Steve Hill. Gary Kerr, a little bit more experienced in finals football and really tough on that particular one. It was there. It was a throw. And Troy Hovey now an opportunity to drive the Warriors deep into attack. Kicking for goal from 50 metres. It could trouble you little fella.
Comes in and punts on the right foot. Doesn't make the distance. Players rise high over the top of the pack. Bertelsmeyer holds his head as if to say, I could have nearly grabbed it as it went past and kicked the goal, but up the hands it goes. 1 point only off the boot of the little box. Troy Hovey and Mudawari coming back into the game after East Belmont seemingly started off the better.
Yeah, okay, go short East Belmont. Good defensive football there from, I think you'll find Trevor Keegan really gave Kelvin McLean a run for his money. McLean very slow and getting back to his feet too for the Mudawari camp, but he's appearing to be okay, just moving a little gingerly.
Trevor Keegan playing with plenty of vigour at the moment, sometimes a little much I feel. He may well be pinned shortly for a bit of arm throwing. The boundary throw, and it's lobbed out at half back. It's picked up here like by Ferguson of East Belmont. He punt kicks the ball wide to centre wing. The kick is too wide for Eddie Posman, who made good pace to get out there, but unfortunately not quick enough to gather it in. And another boundary throw in.
AK centre wing position out of sight of the Western Oval.
2 points the difference, Ron.
Yeah, 20-minute mark just about approaching here in the first quarter. Great game of football early stages. Very tough as Philip Walsh boots Keegan hands down, breaks clear and punts the ball 60 metres into the forward line. But it's all East Belmont. Nice mark, Jamie Legal at back pocket.
Good mark by Legal. Takes this score. This is an up and under. Who wants to sit underneath this? No one. 3 players from Mottawarri rose to put. Michael Wood, the big fella, did the roving. Did it well too. Punt kick towards Bertelsmeyer. Over the back of the pack. A chance if he can pick it up is Meeson. Gathers it. Loses it. Or spins out of the tackle. Too high, says the umpire. I'm not surprised. It looked a little bit highish to me, Ronnie Brain. And this is the Yak, not the Moose. This is the Yak going to have a shot for goal.
Well, now it's interesting. The umpire's talking to the player of the mark. Mottawarri have played on. Give it to Russell, who shot at goal from 30 metres. I think he missed it. So it's going back. Gee whiz.
He blamed time on, Ron.
Comedy of errors.
You're an old umpire.
Well, no such thing.
You can't call play on.
Shouldn't penalise the forward player. Poor umpiring.
Unbelievable, Brainy. Meeson, this is Michael Meeson, going to line up on an acute angle. There's a bit of space in these pockets here at the Western Oval, though. Comes in, fires. Oh, his kick's worse than Darryl Russell.
Kick it like Noel Fanning.
1 point only goes on the board.
Defender, hang on a bit.
The Yak registers just the minor score, in fact, Ronnie Brain. Mottawarri go to 1 goal, 6-12. East Belmont 2-1-13, 7 shots to 3, and East Belmont lead by a point.
Yes, and well, they've been very accurate in front of goal, a lot more purpose on their forward line. Very congested at the moment down Mottawarri Camp's end of the ground. And, well, credit to East Belmont early stages, the preliminary final for the 93 season.
Kick out. Good one. Out towards, up in front, Dave Ferguson in front of Philip Walsh, who has had the hands on the shoulders there of the Gazoo, and the Gazoo will take the free kick.
Good umpiring, Steve Hill. He picked it up, Cookie, because he gave him one early just before the ball came to them.
Right. Away he goes on that left foot, does the man in the centre of the ground, kicks it long towards half forward. Sean Phillips lays a good tackle, then falls on top of his opponent there, and Ernie Posman, who might have received one for in the back, getting up, telling the umpire hold his back as well. But umpire having no umpire coup, is that Roddy?
Very good call, Cookie.
He's having none of that. Too experienced for that caper, and he's going to bounce it down almost centre wing position.
Yeah, good bounce too, and it favours East Belmont though, as Montgomery tried to burst through the pack, got rid of the football just in time. Niblett's there, well tackled, Plow's the call. Now, Cookie picks it up, breaks through the traffic, kicks it long. That's the order of the afternoon. Good football, David Cook, and finds a very elusive half-forward in Michael Wood.
Well, he started very well, Michael Wood. They've got plenty of big men on their forward line. He's one of them, but he's playing as more or less to the ruck rover up there. He kicks it to the pocket, looking for Bertelsmeyer, who gets it, shrugs one tackle, gets into a bit of stride, hand passes back towards Neil Smith. He can't handle it, though. The ball comes out to Niblett, who's playing very, very well for East Belmont, both ends of the ground. Niblett kicks a scrubber, goes straight to Glenn McLean, who traps it well, has to hand pass off in a hurry. He's got the run of Walsh coming down the ground, and unloads from the 50-metre mark, kicks deep into the pocket, up goes, it looks like Meeson down there. The Yak takes a nice mark, does Michael Meeson, and let's see if he can have a better kick than that last one. Well, he knows we're not the kicker, Brady. Let's see if he's learned from his mistake.
Well, he's just got to settle himself down, take his time and kick through the football. Don't try and guide it. This time he kicks through the ball, but I think you'll find he's kicked it just across the face and through for a minor score. Off the boot of Michael Meeson, 2 points off his boot this afternoon, and moves Mottawarri to 1-7-13. Scoreboard all tied up. East Belmont 2-1-13. 22 and a half minutes gone on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock.
Waiting on Barry Wilkins to bring this ball back into play. Just sizing up his options here, Wilkins. Not quite sure which way to go. He's going to go the far side of the ground, I feel. Comes in. Left foot kick. Quite another long kick too, out over the half-back line at the back of the pack. Walsh reads it the best of anyone, as they all missed it. Gives the hand pass to Bird, who turns and spins quickly. Kicks. Up they go. Good knock away there from Jamie Sutherland. Knocked it into the pocket. Here's a chance here. Glenn McLean thrown off the footy when trying to get it clear. Niblett's got it again. Tackled. Good tackle, Smith. Niblett loses the footy. Smith dives in on top of it. They're still battling on him there. Bertelsmeyer's there. And the umpire will have no hesitation to ball this one up. Well played, Neil Smith. Held that ball in very well, Ron.
Yes, certainly did, but good tackling too, both sides. No tackles rewarded there as the ball did fall free. Good umpiring from umpire Steve Hill, letting the play continue. Bounce down, a good one. Good use of the body, Keegan for mine. The ball was within 10 metres, Cookie. but not by the umpire. It appears that, well, he's suggesting that Bertelsmeyer was taken out of the contest before that. Moodridge, I tend to disagree.
Oh, I think it might have been there, Ron. Didn't think that was very good ruck work from Trevor Keegan at all. So once again, we agree to disagree.
Good use of the body.
Bertelsmeyer comes in on the right foot. Punt kicks for goal. Wait on this one. He's got it. Bertie Bertelsmeyer's got his second goal of the day. Malawari's second out of the Geelong District Footy League Bingo Centre scoreboard. Malawari have gone to 2 goals, 7-19. Leading East Belmont 2-1-13. 6 more shots. And leading by 1 goal, Roddy.
26 minutes have gone. Cookie the first term, 6 points the margin. And don't forget, if you want to have a game of bingo and win some dosh, pop out there to the Bingo Centre. Give them a call on 218484. Because I'll tell you what, pretty popular out there, Cookie. You must book before you go out.
That's right. You can't get a seat if you don't book in. So all the people watching the video, get out there and have a look at them. Up goes Bird, knocks the ball to the ground towards Hovey. It's kicked out of his hands, taken away. Oh, great smother here by the Moose Mason. He's playing at centre-half back and he's doing it well. And he's chip pass into the forward line. It's centimetre perfect to the yak. Mason, this is Michael, takes the kick in towards the pocket, looking for the run of Hovey. Hovey can't run onto the footy in time. Picked up by Bertelsmeyer. It's this number 3. It's bending back. It's bending back. Wait on the goal umpire. It's home. Bertelsmeyer beats his third goal for the quarter. Pretty a handful down there for the East Belmont defenders. And an opportunist won that one, Ronnie Brown. The big fella trapped it well, spun around, but it was all set up from the Moose Mason here with a great smother and a lovely kick into the forward line.
Yeah, great football, Michael and Paul Mason there. The Mason boys combining, setting that great goal up for the Mottawari side. They've moved now to 3 goals, 7-25. Sneaky way on East Belmont 2-1-13. 27-minute mark of the first quarter on the GDFL Bingo Centre's first quarter scoreboard.
Now, Chris Niblett seems to have gone to a half-back flank on Michael Wood, who's playing a ruck-roving role on the forward line. Here's the bounce down the centre. Dave Froney actually won the hit down. Oh, chance out of the centre for Wilkins. Runs onto it well. Spears a pass into the forward line. Out comes Jackson. Shovels it across to his teammate there. Looked like Coots, was it? In a bit of trouble. Couldn't get the hand pass away. The free kick's going to go to Jackson. Been plucked out of that one for a holding decision.
He goes short. He's got Michael Bird. It's a raffle there and Shane Coots. But Bird kicks it long to half forward. Law push there to Michael Mason. Not paid. As buttering up well through East Belmont was Cullen. Goes short to centre wing. The loose ball spills more to the fabulous Philip Walsh now. On the right foot, it's a mongrel punt. Bounces awkwardly, but Bertelmeiser traps it well. Goes over the top. Oh, the hand pass put Wood under pressure. Smith's there. Screws it back on the right foot. It floats. Oh, Peter's pot goal. Peter's pot goal. Mel Smith kept a ripper.
Well, the floodgates have opened. They got one early on, Mottawari, then didn't look like kicking another one for a while. They kept kicking behind. But have they come good? They've kicked 3 goals in about 5 minutes. Ronnie Brain, Bertelsmeyer 2 and 1 goal there. 2 Neil Smith, and what a beauty on the left foot. They've gone to 4-7-31 East Belmont, trailing 2-1-13. So 18 points, all of a sudden the game's open up, Brainy, on the Geelong District Footy League Bingo scoreboard.
Yes, certainly has, and interesting to see now this centre bounce if East Belmont can get it out. Keegan wins the tap, looks there for Franey. Ferguson, though, has been held off the footy and will get the free kick right the heart of the Western Oval.
Doing quite well, Dave Ferguson, having a pretty good duel. I think he's playing on Philip Walsh in the centre. Here he comes, unloads with that left kick. Up towards half-forward and stumped away by Hamish Gorth. Lands in the arms here of Kelvin McLean. Sells the hand pass out wide to the run of Hovey. Hovey got plenty of time. Have to bounce it in a hurry, son. Nearly ran too far. Bounces it once. Kicks the ball into the forward zone. Not a particularly good kick, but a good mark taken there. That might be Sutherland, is it? Getting back there to take a mark.
Could be Keegan. Yes, the long-haired boy. Kicks it long. It's a lovely kick too at the back of the pack. Ernie Postman said thank you very much, Keegs. Plays on quickly. Good football, East Belmont to centre half forward. And Chukabukta with the footy.
Yeah, they need to make something of this. The forward move's been good, Ron. The kick from Bukta's a good one. He's gone out wide. That might be 50 metres against Coots if he's not very careful. The mark's been taken here.
Looks like Justin Hetherington, mate.
Hetherington, is it?
Yeah, I think you'll find he's
covering the plenty of territory.
No, it's not Justin. I'm just trying to pick him up.
Is Hetherington here in front of us?
Yes.
Kick, right foot kick.
Could
good one.
Be Jamie Joseph, mate. Jamie Joseph, I think
Magnificent kick it to goal. Oh, big kick off the boot, that one. Jamie Joseph has popped through a beauty.
Yeah, Jamie Joseph and Justin Hetherington, just about twin brothers, I would suggest, Cookie, with that fair here.
One number 17 and one number 18, Ron. That doesn't help us much, does it? Motowari 4-7-31, leading East Belmont. Come back 3-1-19, 12 points the difference. And we played 26.5 minutes, 27 minutes now gone of the first quarter, brought to you by the GDFL Bingo Centre up there in, what would you call that, Whittington?
It's at Breakwater Road.
Breakwater.
Yeah, out at Waigigal House.
Back to the centre of the ground. The bounce down not particularly good. It favours the East Belmont club. Might have been Franey trying to crash his way through. Couldn't. Bosman held without the footy, says the umpire. Soft touch with that one. Ticky touch with that one. A little bit of trouble here. The decision's been reversed. I think you're fired, Ron Brain.
Yeah. Gary Kerr has come in and said that Keegan has interfered.
Now, the umpires are confused. Gary Kerr thought the free kick was going the way of Motowari and was going to play 50 metres, but it wasn't Motowari's free kick, so he's had to retract his actions there, and the free kick goes to Chris Niblett of East Belmont. He punt kicks the ball towards half. Well, up goes Mason and takes the mark as the quarter-time siren sounds at the Western Oval, and the first quarter shows. On the GDFL Bingo Centre scoreboard, Motowari have kicked 4 goals, 31 points in the first quarter. They lead East Belmont 3 goals, 1-19. The goal kickers to half-time for East Belmont. One each to Jamie Joseph, who kicked a magnificent goal just before quarter-time. One there to Eddie Posman and also one to Chris Niblett. Whilst for Motowari, 3 goals to Bertie Bertelsmeyer and 1 goal to Neil Smith, who bobbed through a beauty on the left foot.
Yeah, definitely the goal of the day tonight off the boot of Neil Smith. And, well, all in all, it's going to be a great, I think, preliminary final here this afternoon. Very interested to hear the statistics from Noel Fanning at quarter time here in the 93 preliminary final. Yes, Noel?
Yeah, the centre breaks, Motowari have had 5, East Belmont have had 4. The marks are incredible. Motowari have taken 20 marks in that first quarter to East Belmont's 9. Free kicks 8 to Motowari and 5 to East Belmont. No tackles effective or no 50-metre penalties, but there was nearly one.
Yes, there was, Noel. A bit of confusion there. Gary Kerr thinking that the free kick was going the way of Motowari, then was going to play the 50 metres. But it had to go back the other way, of course, and East Belmont took it forward.
Interesting with the mark statistics, Cookie, 20, that's to 9. Big
well, that stood out.
Difference.
I did mention that they were, their supremacy early on in the game was evident with Meeson taking them at centre half back. That's Moose, Yak Meeson up here in the forward line was grabbing the Bertelsmeyer, got a couple, and they were chipping the ball around very well also. And yeah, they're dominant in the air. We haven't seen too many good marks at all by the East Belmont club, really, have we? I mean,
no, we haven't.
Mainly punching. But it hasn't been working to a great effect because 20 marks to 9 in the first quarter. It's a pretty big leeway.
Okay, well, Noel Fanning's gone out to the East Belmont camp. Interesting to see what Dave Franey is suggesting to his cohorts to try and fire them up to get back into the...